Welcome to the Classic Gaming Challenge. I am Randark. Each week I present a classic game and a challenge you met while playing it. And this week I've chosen Robotron 2084. It was developed by Williams and released in 1982, and so therefore it's celebrating its 30th birthday this year. Robotron is the first dual-stick shooter. The first dual-stick shooter. No other game had presented players with just two 4-way joysticks for single-player control. The left joystick moves your character, and the right joystick fires in the direction it is pressed. This allows for complete independence between the direction you are moving and the direction you are firing. This innovation is still being used today. It was developed because its creator, Eugene Jarvis, was in a car accident, which caused his right hand to be in a cast. It made it difficult to press the button to fire in games up until this point. So he rigged up two Atari 2600 controllers to a Stargate system and developed the dual-stick shooter. Robotron takes place in the year 2084. Robots have taken over the Earth and started to eliminate their human creators. You play as superhuman, and you must save society from the deadly robots. There are several types of enemies in the game, each with its own traits. There's grunts, electrodes, hulks, levitating enforcers, spheroids, and a brainiac-looking thing. You'll be able to see what each do when you play, or in the video. But you should know that grunts are just going to overwhelm you, and the only ones that are going to shoot you are the levitating enforcers. And hulks can't be killed. Also on the screen is the last human family. You must collect them as you shoot and avoid the enemies, collecting extra points for each one you get. This game is incredibly difficult, and at times there are more than 100 enemies on the screen with a single goal of killing you. In my first playthrough I only made it to wave 4 and had a score of about 15,000. The high score is 348,691,680 points, and it was set on June 29th, 1983 by Brian King. This week's challenge is to complete the 5th wave with over 50,000 points. And of course you can find this game and all my other games on the Rarcast forums. I've presented a bunch of games up until this point. In November it'll be a year I've been doing this, so there's about 30 games to choose from. There's Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Robotron, Smash TV, another dual-stick shooter, a bunch of side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Anything you'd like, you need to send me a suggestion for, though. Yes, I've presented a bunch of games, but coming up with a new one each week is tough. Luckily, next week I already have a suggestion. We're going to do Vendetta, which is another side-scrolling beat-em-up. And thanks to Scott Viper for giving me that suggestion. And please check out my blind play videos on the Rarcast YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Rarcast. You can find me on Twitter, Randark_CGC, or send me an email to drop me a line, randark@rarcast.com.